All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. Two more patch notes. So this time we're on patch. Oh, and gamers. This time we're on patch 10.9. 2 weeks have passed, and I would be remiss if I said I wasn't disappointed by next patch, but that's more for next patch. But we're not getting Voli. I was almost positive based on what Riot said that we're gonna get Voli very soon, and we're not getting him. And I was like, wow. They said it would be quicker than Fiddle, and Fiddle was not quick at all. And I kind of took that as like, okay, we're gonna get Voli out really, really fast, but we've gotten nothing on PBE as far as I know. But anyway, for this patch, let's see what they're doing. I have no really thoughts about it. I've just been spamming League to get tokens, so we'll see. A lot of ADs are weak though. I feel like AD's in a very bad position, so AD buffs would be greatly appreciated as always. Let's see what they're doing. Welcome to 10.9, the last legs of rank split. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot the rank split is, like, separated now. To begin with, we're bringing champions like Nami, good, and Karthus, interesting, down a peg. We've been closely monitoring them for a while, okay, and they've been standing out in their successes. Let's see this. So we're hoping this will shovel them back. Wait, shovel? We're hoping this will shuffle. Okay, I thought it said shovel. I'm like, York? We're also looking to help our friends in the top lane who didn't benefit. Oh, bullshit. Fuck the top lane. 70s are bringing love to champions. We see more of Lissandra and Quinn. Ew. I hope they don't buff Quinn. And they're probably nerfing Wukong again. Okay. So, we have the new FPX skins, the world skins for Fun Plus Phoenix. I personally do not like them. They showed different aesthetics of them, like different paths they were willing to take. And obviously it was up to the players who had the final choice. But yo, I feel like all the other ones they showed, which I'm too lazy to show right now, but all the other versions they had in the pipeline were so much better than these. The players literally chose the ones I hate the most. And it's like, okay. And we have another Lee Sin skin. I feel like every Lee Sin skin, it's always him doing that stupid pose. But anyway. Summoner's Rift rank split ends soon. I don't like these skins, by the way, but they're whatever. The Vayne one's okay. When Summoner's Rift split, the Summoner's Rift split 1 rolls into split 2 on Sunday, May 3rd. Last chance to grind out those split points for the exclusive split 1 of Felios Summoner Icon. Oh my god. Then we have champions. Bard. Okay, what do I think of Bard? Bard is extremely weak, in my opinion. Last patch, they seemed to nerf him because of some odd reason. They think he's strong, I guess. Or was it... no, is it this patch? It might be this patch, whatever. They might have done it that last patch. I don't remember because Bard's not important. But I think he's weak. Anyway, what are they doing? Bard has been journeying to a bunch of wins in the upper brackets of solo queue. That's honestly surprising as fuck. The one thing I'll give Bard, though, is Bard has a great early game. Like, if you get stunned by Bard early, it's very scary because he does so much damage and he builds damage. Mid to late game, he's kind of just an ulti and stun bot, and that's it. Maybe his E matters for your good. His W has no relevance. Aside from everything in his kit has very little relevance. The more the player is good at Bard, the more relevance his kit has. But it doesn't scale as well as other supports do. IMO. But for some reason, they're still nerfing him. So the movement speed, instead of 50 decaying, is 30 decaying. That's a big hit. The cooldown is 14. That's a big hit. And then the E Magical Journey is a huge-ass cooldown, which I kind of agree with. I mean, that's Bard's thing. If you can't catch out Bard often enough in lane, he's just going to E out every single time. And then you can't change them because it's Bard. He's going to Q you. So I actually agree with the E change. That was just annoying about Bard, not technically OP. He should choose when to use his E. His E is very strong in certain scenarios. But his W did not need to be nerfed like this. It's kind of like... I mean, his W is not even that good either. The move speed is honestly what you use it for most of the time. The heal is like only worth in lane in the beginning, if at all. Bard is pretty ass. This makes him more ass. I hate Bard. Bard bad. Kogoth. What do I think of Kogoth? I think Kogoth is honestly in the shitter. I feel like he just loses lane almost every single time. His main job is to farm until he could get like the fucking Gargoyle Stoneplate to then just eat you. To just eat you and then be useful in team fights by eating someone and then getting Dragon or something, or being just tanky. He's a guy who will, like, I think almost always, unless you're building, like, Troll, aka AP, or just really good at him, you'll always almost lose lane, but you'll still be useful because you're Kogoth. So what are they doing? Our Beast of the Void has been struggling in top lane. You got that right. So we're buffing the ability that is specifically more utilized there. Yeah, against tanks. They're buffing it by how much? By 12 late. By 12 late. This shit sucks ass. Kogoth is still useless. Oh boy, Fiddlesticks. Yo, Fiddlesticks, like I said in the beginning, we're waiting for Volibear. I hope to dear God, number one, we don't wait as long as we did for Fiddle, because what we got for Fiddle was a fucking clown fest. It looks good, and I always say this, it looks good. The thematic was good. The execution was great. The actual kit itself sucks asshole. The E, if they kept the E and just made everything else the same as it is like in the new rework, it would have been, I think, better. This new E sucks fucking wiener. I like the old E better. It did more damage. But anyway, what are they doing? Just because he's a scary scarecrow with a scythe doesn't mean Fiddlesticks can't be helpful to his buddies in lane. By giving Fiddlesticks a little extra damage to his primary in lane as a support. No! What are they doing? How much? They're not buffing it early, which is a mistake. Because you're not maxing E. Well, actually, if you're support, you will be. Never mind. They're buffing it by 20. This does nothing. Cool. Gnar. Fiddlesticks' ass. Gnar. As ass as he was, actually. Gnar for the third time. What do I think of Gnar? I think Gnar is like sleeper leading to OP. His ulti, after that huge, ginormous buff, I'm surprised people didn't keep playing him. Or pick him up. His ulti's on like a 20 or 30 second cooldown rank 3, which is insane. Without cooldown reduction. So with it, you probably will get it off multiple times. If you're in Mega for that long. That's actually like the only limiting factor is Mega form. But I think Gnar's pretty good. He's annoying. Whenever I face a Gnar in lane, it's similar to GP. It's like a less scaling GP. GP just spends his whole fucking time either poking you out or farming. He's so safe, and late game he does a lot. Gnar is the lesser version of that. Gnar just pokes you out, farms, that goes in when you're like fucking low and like kills you. But he doesn't get as rampant as GP. I think he's actually like sleeper pretty strong though. But Riot probably doesn't think that because no one plays him, so they're probably gonna buff him. Despite the previous buffs over the past year, Gnar continues to feel underwhelming in average games. No, he doesn't. They're just bad. We're cautiously bringing up Mega Gnar's potential for extended brawls while keeping in mind his existing strengths in other places. Shuggy. Okay. So the boulder cooldown is 60 to 70. That's okay. The damage is 50 to 80. That's pretty good. That's pretty good early. Base damage is always good. Especially when they're touching like the fucking first value by a good 30 damage. That's pretty good amount. And it's not hard to land either. And it's 30 across the board actually. That's pretty good. Nothing game breaking, but some nice little quality of life. I think he's still in a good spot. This just makes him a little better. Okay. Karthus. I want to see... First of all, I think they're going to touch jungle Karthus. I don't know. Again, my eyes are closed right now. If they touch lane Karthus, they don't play this game. If they touch jungle Karthus, they kind of play this game. But I don't think any Karthus is OP. It's just Karthus. If Karthus gets ahead and gets going, he's good. His main thing is, oh, if you're low, I'm going to kill you. If my 2-minute cooldown ulti's up. Karthus is like... not OP in any sense, I think. You have to be good at him to play him. And yeah, you can just be an ulti bot, but then you're not really helping the team. You're just feeding and you're not doing anything. Except doing slight damage in team fights. Anyway, what are they saying? Karthus has been laying waste in the jungle. Okay, it's not lane. Thank you. So we're nudging him back into lane by targeting his ability to get around the map. They're nerfing his move speed. Okay, hold on. While avoiding collateral to mid Karthus as much as possible. Okay, let me say why this is one of the stupidest changes Riot has ever done. Karthus is passive. should not be utilized unless it's like basically they're encouraging the use of the passive with this. They're encouraging you to die. Karthus's only CC is a slow on his stupid wall, and even then it's a shitty slow. Other than that, this motherfucker has to stop to cast his Q, has to go in range of you for his E, and it's like he doesn't. I don't know. This makes no sense. This hurts mid Karthus as much as jungle, in my opinion. It's like you're giving an immobile as fuck character with barely any CC less move speed to just get raped. People in mid are gonna shuck him. This is terrible. This is such a bad change. They couldn't like nerf his fucking damage values to like the jungle monsters or something. They couldn't up his mana cost. Well, no, that would hurt his lane. I don't know. They can't like fix the damage to monsters or something. They don't have too many good junglers already, and they took away Karthus, one of the fun ones. I actually played it today too, but ironically enough, I played jungle Karthus. But yo, this is insane. I think this is one of the worst changes they've done to Karthus. This is so bad. Kayn, what do I think of Kayn? They nonstop keep buffing him, and he nonstop is getting not used. Is not getting used. And they're just buffing every other person who's not supposed to be a jungler, so he has to get buffs. There's no way they nerf him. There's no way. Q cooldown decreased. Bonus damage now applies to minions. Wow. Lane Kayn. W decaying slow increased. Our last few adjustments to Kayn haven't pulled him out of the shadows. Yeah, because fucking only Rost is good, if you're not trolling. We're hoping that the addition of minion damage to this Q will give Kayn more positional flexibility. They want lane Kayn. And lower the cooldown, and the lower cooldown increase so will help players capitalize on faster clearing. So the Q cooldown getting down by 1 is very good, especially early. It's gonna feel so good for Kayn. The minions I don't really care about. I'm not worried about lane Kayn. The decaying slow is 90. That's very good. So they're just trying to buff lane Kayn because he sucks ass as jungle, I guess. Lissandra. Lissandra's probably still weak. They're probably just going to buff her. I think she's okay. The only problem is she has no fucking range. Given the Ice Queen isn't ever present in pro play anymore. Okay, yeah, because you made it that way. And is still underperforming in all skill brackets. We're pulling back one of the harsher nerfs we gave her. The cooldown of the Q. That's actually pretty good. That's a good change. Lissandra was known as, hey, late game, I'm going to spam Q. And she used to be known as, like, early game, I'm going to sort of spam Q. Now she could kind of do it again a little bit. And, again, Q is a very, like, hit or miss ability. It's either you get it through the minion wave and you get them, even though it's still very short range. It's like, it's her bread and butter ability. That's the ability, like, you're going to spam the most, you're going to poke out with the most. And if it's on a long-ass cooldown, you're just going to get either out-shoved, out-poked, and fucked. So it's like, it's good that they're giving some cooldown to it. Will this bring Lissandra back? Maybe. Will it make her OP? No. But it's a good change. Okay, Nami. I actually wholeheartedly know they're nerfing her, and I agree with it. Nami's bubble change that they did where it affects abilities made her ridiculous. She's always played. Now, obviously, landing your shit on Nami is good. It will help. But it was becoming to the point where, like, you just put the bubbles on me, on, you know, the AD player, and then they just shoot the enemy with, like, some stupid ability, MFE, Ash W, and they get pretty poked out. So let's see what's happening. Nami's been on the crest of a wave for a while now, so we're dampening some of her power by reducing some of her movement speed. Interesting. But they're keeping the identity of a empowered healer and surfer intact. I actually like this a lot. Wow. So they're making her slightly squishier, have slightly less mana, and the move speed she gives isn't that great. Which honestly, unless you're really pro Nami, the only way you're giving move speed is with W or E. The Q you would never use on the ally unless you knew you weren't going to hit on the enemy, and even then, only pro Namis know that. And then the ulti is sometimes used to hit allies, but sometimes not. But this is actually really good because a lot of people underestimate the Nami move speed. And people actually forget she gives move speed, but she does, and it's quite a bit. And them nerfing it to 45, I feel like is reasonable. Even though it's only for a couple seconds, I think like, what, 1.5? Still pretty good. Pretty good. It's still not bad, it's still definitely good. It's not as great as it was, obviously. But I can take this. If they don't give any more nerfs to her, I think this is okay. Quinn. I think Quinn sucks hot garbage. Tyler plays her. I don't know why. I think she's ass. I hate her. I don't want to see her ever be good because she's annoying. She's an annoying champ to deal with. Okay. It's been a while since we were giving this mighty bird lady some love, especially amidst our recent buffs to melee peers and top. Yeah, they kind of just fuck... I've noticed the thing. Riot always fucks ranged people. Whether it's like ranged, like top laners, ranged ADs, they just hate range, I think, in general. But whatever. Focusing on her utility. Interesting. Instead of her damage. Okay. And apparently they buffed Sanguine Blade. Okay. So the Q near sight duration. That's pretty okay. I mean, the Q blind is pretty annoying, and it's basically like Graves W, I guess. Yeah, this is alright. I mean, as long as they're just doing this, I think this helps Quinn in almost no real way, but I mean, it looks good. This is good. In my opinion, this is good. I don't want Quinn played. Okay, Trundle. I think Trundle has been a menace. Personally, I think he's actually fine where he's at. I think he's a little strong, but again, you need some strong people, some weak people in the game at all times. Trundle, I feel like is in an okay place, but Riot has him here because they're probably going to nerf him because he's been used way too fucking much. Trundle's been clobbering all of his opponents regardless of health or risk, especially in pro play. Here we go. We're rating his ability to make others more vulnerable, so he has to fight fairly more often. Okay, they're upping it by a good 20. That's not bad. Honestly, that's fair, because I feel like you always would have Trundle ult up for like almost every fight you needed it. So, this is fine. Will it change anything? Maybe in pro play. Probably not in regular play. Pro play, they kind of pick and choose their fights, so they force it. Regular play is monkey, zoo, animal place, so this is fine. This doesn't really change anything for us. For us normal players. Wukong, he's obviously going to get nerfed. If he gets anything other than nerfed, I'll be surprised. So many people in my group hate him. I kind of hate him. And it honestly just feels like they didn't know what to do with his fucking rework. They went through it so many times. They're like, duh, we don't know. Monkey kill. And now they just overbuffed him, and now they need to nerf him, and he's going to need another rework again. So what are they doing? We've seen players quickly and effectively harness the power of Wukong's rework. Yeah, that you overtuned. So we're further calibrating, aka making him useless, the monkey to bring him back in line. This is exactly what they always do if it's OP. Base armor decreased. That's fair, because he gets a lot of armor from his passive. Q damage decreased. That's scary, because Wukong is supposed to do damage, but I guess they want it to do a little less. It's not too bad. It's by 10. That's okay. W clone damage decreased. That's okay. That's okay. These are all good. I think this brings him actually in line. I mean, I don't play Wukong. I don't pretend to play Wukong. I tried him. I fucking sucked cock at him. This was after, like, the hotfix, though. So, I think after this, he'll probably be okay, because I'm not seeing him too much. When I see him, he's annoying, but he's not, like, crazy unkillable and then one-shotting. So, I think this is okay. This is quite possibly okay. Let's keep going. Okay, items. Sanguine Blade. Sanguine Blade was really popular on its release. Almost everyone was using it, trying it out. And now I can't even name you one champion that uses it. This item is so fucking not, like, popular at all. So they have to buff it because it's a new item, and I don't think they want to scrap a new item that just came out. Unless preseason comes around. That's when they add new items and shit. That's when they do their fucking... They act like it's big, but it's not really big changes. So let's see what this is. Sanguine Blade hasn't seen much action lately, like at all. Especially since it has a specific niche that not all game stats call for. It. Coupled with its reduced effectiveness around allies, it can stand to be more generous. Even though they nerfed it. So the cost went down by 1,000 and the AD went up by 5. This does nothing. ARAM, I don't care. Oh! The Essence Emporium is back! Let's go. The Essence Emporium returns from April 30th, aka in 2 days, which is on a Thursday, I believe, to May 13th. Nice. Spend your blue essence on exclusive icons, chromas, and skins. For this run, we're rolling out improvements to the popular Mystery Champion. Mystery Champy. I don't know if that's a fucking spelling mistake, but that's funny if it is. Mystery Champy icon boxes. We kept all the things players love, but there are a few minor changes to the experience. 1. To get a full list of icons that can be acquired from each box, please check the item description. We purchase a mystery champion icon box. I fucking love that name. A mystery champion. It will now appear in the Hextech crafting tab where your skin shards, prestige points, and event tokens live. Or live, depending on what context this is. If you receive an icon you already own, you can disenchant it for a full refund. Wow, that's going to be so annoying to do. Bug fixes, I don't care. Wow, there's a lot of them. Wait, let me see set shit. What is set? There's only interrupted by pledge area terrain like driving R when casting R, the showstopper. Okay, cool. And upcoming skins, I talked about those. I think they're all last. This was a pretty shit patch, honestly. And next patch is probably going to be an even more shit patch. Well, no, probably less. Probably less of a shit patch, but a shit patch nonetheless. These patches, I don't know. Nothing of value is happening. They're not addressing, I think, big issues. The last big issue they tried to address was top, and I feel like they did a good job because they did a lot of good changes to the items, aka Death's Dance. But top lane is like in a better spot for sure, but not. It's okay actually. I'm gonna say top lane's okay. AD just needs to get touched on, man. Please, we need to have a patch that's AD again. When was Arden meta? Season 6, 5, probably 6. Yo, it's been almost 5 whole ass seasons since my role was relevant. Come on, Ka. But anyway, this patch was pretty shit. I'm gonna give this a. I would say 6 out of 10 Marc Merrills is fair. It's not... Nothing really bad except the fucking Karthus thing. But nothing really good except... Yeah, no buffs I think really went out that I liked. Nerfs were okay, but some of them weren't justified Karthus. Yeah, 6 out of 10 Marc Merrills. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks to complain about the next patch because, oh boy, it might have some shit. But anyway, I'm out of here.